What's going on, guys? My name is Skill37, and today I'm reviewing Uncharted 3, aka that crap. Alright, seriously. Wow. This game is the honest fucking truth. I reviewed Uncharted 2, back when I was fat as shit, and I gave that game, I believe, a 9.8. And the game had it all, alright? It had insane single player, good co-op, and really fucking addicting multiplayer. Now on Uncharted 3, you got retardedly insane single player, very detailed, in-depth, high replay value co-op, and the multiplayer that is so in-depth and awesome and legit and customizable. This can easily be your go-to online game. We got Battlefield, Modern Warfare, the Resistance games, SOCOM, all these other games, and now we can add Uncharted 3 to that list of games you can go to as being that game you play strictly for a long period of time. It's your go-to game. Alright? There is very minimal wrong with this game. Minimal to the point where I'm just gonna mention it and they're not even going to affect the score. I just feel like I have to mention them. So because every game has an issue with them, so I will mention them. Alright? Gears of War 3 is to me the Xbox 360's best game. I believe I gave that game a 10 out of 10. And guess what? I'm telling you the score right now for the game. Uncharted 3 for the PlayStation 3 is going to get a 10 out of 10. Why? I'm going to explain why with this review. Be sure to check out the written review, also in the video description below. The single player is not 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. No, it's over 10 hours. It took me 10 hours to beat the single player on my first playthrough, rushing it on hard mode. I'm in the middle of my second playthrough, going for the minor trophies and shit, and I'm gonna beat it a third time on that crushing. I want to platinum this bitch. This single player is phenomenal. Alright? The single player is phenomenal. It's cinematic. The voice acting is the fucking shit. Like, characters got some new appearances to them. There's new main characters. I love the concept. For those who don't really know or understand, Naughty Dog never really actually states this, but Uncharted is basically a modern day Indiana Jones. Nathan Drake is the honest truth of a character. The story is always straightforward in a sense, like, there's always that what if and shit like that with the story, but the way they write the script to this, it keeps the fucking game entertaining. I didn't want to stop. I refused to play anything other than single player until I beat it. I was like, this shit is addicting as fuck. It is fun. It is fun as hell. The parkour, the gun mechanics, the fucking climbing around and shit, the environment, everything. I'm just like, oh, this single player is the shit. And I was like, wow. Wow. And then the co-op. The co-op is deep as fuck. And on top of that, the co-op gives you, like, Naughty Dog made sure to give you incentive to play. You can buy this game for co-op. That's how much shit there is to unlock in the fucking co-op. Like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Yo, the co-op, you got co-op adventure. It's you and two other people. And you have, like, a minor story-based mission. And it'll last you about 15-20 minutes each. You gain hell experience in that. And then they got co-op arena, where you fight waves and waves of enemies. And you got this other co-op mission, I forgot the name of it, where it's like, the three people play as heroes, and other players play as the bad guys, and they have AI assisting them, and they gotta do some shit. But the co-op is so fucking awesome. You can, in a sense, unlock shit in co-op for your multiplayer experience, and, like, all this other shit. You can earn hella money and unlock shit for other modes through co-op, and the co-op is fun. And then the co-op takes missions from Uncharted 2 and maps from Uncharted 1 and 3 all in one and makes this one co-op experience. It's fun as hell. Great shit. Like, the co-op actually is fun to play. It doesn't feel tacked on at all. It actually feels like they put time and effort into the co-op, so you actually have an incentive to play. It's like, oh, did you play the co-op? Nah, that shit's whack. Nah, it's like, let's jump on some co-op and shit. Alright, word up, that shit's hot. Alright? Then the multiplayer, oh my god. Thank you, Naughty Dog, for listening to us bitch and moan and the forums and the fucking YouTube videos that we make. You fixed the multiplayer. The Uncharted 3 multiplayer is seriously that crack. It's seriously that crack. Alright? They nerfed the shit out of everything newbie. Blind fire. We talk about all the things I hated about the multiplayer beta and the demo. The game was fun, but it was ruined in a sense by stronger players utilizing mechanics meant for noobs, and it was making the game like a blind fire fest. And granted, you can still blind fire, you can still do the auto aim shit, but it's nerfed. You're not going to see people running around with the Cal 7 and AK from 50,000 feet away from you charging at you with the fucking gun. You don't see it no more. I have not run across anyone using the Cal. Why? Because they nerfed to the point where it's useless. Like, it's all about that gun-on-gun gameplay. It's actually about skill now. Like, that you can still fire from the hip. The reticle still appears when you fire from the hip, but the bullets go in 50,000 different directions now. And then when you run forward, there seems to be even more recoil. On top of that, the lock-on distance has been decreased. Now, for you to actually lock onto someone, they got like right in front of you and shit. It isn't like the guy's 50 feet away from you. You hold R1, your character goes, oh shit, Nah, they got rid of all that shit. All new mechanics got nerfed to fucking hell. Now all my deaths have been legit. If I die from a grenade, I die from a grenade. If I die because I got outgunned, I die because I got outgunned. I die from auto aim, it's because I got too close to my opponent and he has no choice but to auto aim me, because who the fuck's gonna aim down sight when my dude is right in front of me and shit. I understand that. I hated the fact that in the beta and the fucking multiplayer demo, you were getting hip fire killed from like 50 feet. That's not happening. It really isn't. People are actually shooting the guns. I had a dude, one dude pulled a Cal 7 on me, charged at me. He fucking started shooting me. I saw all the bullets pass my character, a big smile came on my face. I got over the shoulder view, shot his ass, killed me at him. No, he goes on the mic, the proximity chat. Yo, what the fuck, man? It's hip fire. You should be dead. It's that bullshit. They fucked the game up. I went on the mic. Nah, nigga, you just suck. It's time to adjust. They got rid of that fag shit. Learn to play the game, bitch. Rocky, where you going? Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So the multiplayer is that crap. Strong customization, lots of weapons to unlock, and then they got this unique treasure system that's in Uncharted where and Naughty Dog gives you incentive to play different game modes. Like, you want to unlock this specific customizable weapon that belongs to Drake or another player, you have to play specific game modes for extended periods of time to find the treasures. You get the treasures by just getting lucky, a treasure pops out, you pick it up, or an enemy drops it. And yes, there's a perk that increases your chance of getting a treasure. And so you gotta play specific game modes to get specific treasures so you unlock specific things for your character, such as attire and different guns and shit. Granted, as you rank up, you will have access to a nice selection of guns. You can customize them. There are specific guns that belong to characters that are actually in the game, like Drake's Para or Drake's AK, the Naughty Dog AK, or Chloe's Gmaul, and they just basically have more attachments to them, like 2 to 3 attachments, and have their own custom, look to them. So if you want these cool ass, swagging ass guns, you gotta actually play different game modes. So you got the Team Deathmatch, Free For All, Plunder, which is Uncharted's take on Capture the Flag, a couple other game modes. So you got the Beast-ass single player, the Beast-ass co-op, the Beast-ass fucking multiplayer itself, competitive side of multiplayer. Let's talk about the actual game itself in terms of stats, like story, graphics, sound effects and shit. Graphics. These graphics are stupid as fuck in the sense that they're so detailed, it's unnecessary. I'm just like, yo, why is this object that I'm only going to ever see once in this game has so much detail to it? Seriously, the graphics are exaggerated almost. I'm sitting here just playing the game like, why does this wall look so amazing? Like, seriously, this game graphically is the honest truth. Naughty Dog is like one of the top tier developers for the PS3. They might be the top tier for the PS3. They might be the best developers for the PS3. Alright, on top of that, the graphics being off the hook, the shading, the lighting, the animations. Like, Drake has so many animations. I'm just like, why? Why? His animations make me fucking dizzy. There's so much movement to you. Hey, boy. Yo, graphically, the game's the honest fucking truth. That's all there is to say. It's just the honest fucking truth. Sound effects. I like the sound effects. This game has a very nice soundtrack. It's not like no war-like shit. It has like a nice... The game is a mixture of an Indiana Jones kind of soundtrack mixed with like Islamic beats and shit. Like, you got some like Middle Eastern style music, but modernized with like nice beats. And you always feel like you're watching a movie and shit. Uncharted pulls off with the soundtrack a feeling like you're watching like a Hollywood Indiana Jones movie. That shit is legit. The sound effects don't have that Battlefield sound to them, but they're not supposed to. It's supposed to feel like an enjoyable game. Like, you're supposed to have that enjoyable sound effects. Like, the guns sound right, but they don't sound intimidating at all. They have that Hollywood rated team kind of feel to them. So I feel they got the sound effects actually done right. The voice acting's the shit. The script's the shit. Everything that comes out the fucking players' mouths are great. So the sound effects and the graphic support are excelente. Alright? The controls are a mixed bag. The controls work, they're responsive. I have a problem with them though. The game has fucking built-in aim assist, which seems to fucking like really fuck with your aim. Like, you have full control over your crosshair, but then when the game wants to help you in a sense, the crosshair slows down, and then the crosshair stays slowed down when the enemies are moving, so it feels like everything's sluggish. When it's actually not sluggish, it's the game's auto assist slowing the game down, your crosshair in a sense, to assist you, but in the end it fucks you over. It's kind of strange, and this affects the multiplayer as well, just not as strong as it does in the single player. Also, the gun mechanics are a lot different in single player and multiplayer. For those who don't know, Naughty Dog has stated the same team who made the single player, not make the online. Also, the character models from the single player are not the same as they are online. Like, Chloe's ass is much smaller in multiplayer than it is in single player. Like, it's two different teams, a team for online, a team for multiplayer. The character models actually look noticeably different. Despite them wearing the same clothes, there are features about them go, oh shit, he looks different in single player and multiplayer. In single player, Drake's the honest truth with everything in his hand. He reloads quickly, and the guns barely have any recoil. When you go online, all the guns have the same recoil. The AK goes da-da-da-da-da and shit. All the guns have recoil. Some guns have insane recoil. As compared to single player, where everything seems to have no recoil, like Nathan Drake's a fucking Marine or something, he knows how to utilize everything in the book. So it's like, you're going to play that single player, and you're going to rock, and you're going to think, hey, I'm good at this game, I'm going online. Oh shit, the guns have recoil, what the fuck? I feel like that kind of caught me off guard. I was like, why does the single player have these gun mechanics, and multiplayer has these gun mechanics? Feels like a completely different game, which, it can be hit and miss. Some people like that. I personally would prefer one set of gun mechanics for single player and multiplayer. And the aim assist is retarded as shit. Also, another thing I gotta talk about, a little annoying about the game, is every game that has parkour suffers from this. Assassin's Creed suffers from this. Infamous suffers from this. Any game with parkour suffers from this. A game that has a lot of climbing mechanics and utilizing different things. Sometimes Drake will not jump on the thing you want to jump on. Sometimes he will not latch onto what you want to latch on. Sometimes you make a mistake and it'll cost you a life. That's going to happen this game. I feel like I just mentioned that. But every game that has a sense of parkour in it, or traits of parkour, will suffer from that. It just is what it is. No game's going to be perfect when it comes to climbing around and shit. The controls could have been better and blah, 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 blah. The gameplay... No, I'm not going to talk about the gameplay that much. The gameplay that crack. That's all you need to fucking know. It's that crack. Alright? Graphics great. Sound effects great. Controls could have been better. Let me see. Not much to talk about. Pretty much it. Like, game seriously the truth. Like, it really is. Like, I'm really not playing anything else right now. Modern Warfare 3 on the corner. I honestly give a fuck. Like, it's that crack. I want to platinum this bitch. Because Metal Gear Solid HD Collections comes out Tuesday with Modern Warfare. And I see myself playing Metal Gear Solid before Modern Warfare. I can honestly care less about Call of Duty right now, even though I like Call of Duty. And then, of course, next week, the week after that, you got fucking Assassin's Creed and... let me see, Assassin's Creed... Well, the game comes out. Fuck. Saints Row, Assassin's Creed, and fucking Skyrim? Yes, Skyrim for life. Alright. But yeah, like I said, Gears of War 3 is Xbox 360's best game. In my opinion, it's a third-person shooter, and as for the PS3 at this very moment, Uncharted 3 is the best exclusive on the PlayStation 3, which is also a third-person shooter. I wonder what developers or the media is going to take on that. Like, to me, it's like, the most popular game is Call of Duty, which is a first-person shooter, but the most polished games end up being third-person shooters. I feel Gears of War is the Xbox 360's pride and joy right now, and Uncharted 3 at the very moment is the PS3's pride and joy right now. They're both third-person shooters, so what does that tell you? That game is the fucking shit. It's awesome. This can be the go-to game for single-player, co-op, and multiplayer. It's a lot of bang for your buck, a lot of replay value. While you're watching this review, go out and fucking buy Uncharted 3, play that shit, and experience greatness, that Hollywood-like action inspired by Indiana Jones. 10 out of 10. Written review in the video description below. That's my fucking dog, Rocky. This review is brought to you by fucking Rocky because he's awesome, he's excellent, he's better than you. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. Peace.